Hello everybody, it's me, Chaff Commander Coffee, here with some more traditional draft, War of the Spark. Let's play another round, see how we do. Okie dokie, pack one, pick one, we got ourselves a God Eternal, yep. Ooh, okay. Now, Kefnet really pays off having good spells to cast, or spells to copy, which there isn't any in this pack. We do have an Ajani though, and Ajani's pretty damn good. So I think we'll pick up Ajani just in case we don't really get much to support Kefnet, but we are obviously going to try and play Kefnet. But we will pick up an Ajani just in case.
Much greater together.
Okay, so not too many spells here either. I guess Bond of Flourishing could be quite good with Kefnet. Could try play some sort of Bant deck. Erratic Visionary's pretty good. What else have we got? Challenger Troll's quite nice for the green deck, but more of a green beatdown deck, whereas Ajani's going to support more of a lower curve proliferate deck. Aside from that, I think I like the Erratic Visionary here. Okay, so we've got Mowu. It's a nice payoff for Ajani. Bloom Hulk as well. It's another good card for Ajani. Stealth Mission can be pretty good if you pull it with Kefnet. Becomes a 1 blue, put 2 1/1 counters on a creature, which by itself is already incredible value. It can't be blocked, so you can push for however much damage, 2 plus whatever the creature is. There's a Harold. Harold's pretty good. I think I want to take the Mowu here in case we end up in the sort of Bant style deck, but Mowu's just really good with Ajani. Mowu's also just really good anyway, so I think we'll take a Mowu. Okay, so cards that are good with Kefnet, I guess Honor the God Pharaoh's fine with Kefnet. 1 red, discard a card, draw 2 cards, amass 1. It's not too bad. Got a Centaur Nurturer if we want to fix, potentially if we want to play Bant. Snare Spinner's fine for dealing with reach creatures. Gideon's is probably one of the better pieces of removal in the set. Same with Divine Arrow. I think Centaur Nurturer, in case we decide to either maybe play blue-green, proliferate spells, and then we could just splash for Ajani, Centaur Nurturer, and other such green fixing. Here we've got a Crushed Descent. Rising Populace could be good in proliferate. The Enforcer Griffin's a good flyer, but that's about it. And then a Crunch Wrangler, which is more of a green beatdown card. What do I like more? I think we'll take the Rising Populace. Okay, here we've got interesting choices. Not really in black, so we've got a Huatli's, which isn't really particularly exciting with many of our creatures. Got a Dambreaker for a top end proliferate card. Vivian's Grizzly, which can be used as a card engine later in the game, or as the game goes on. So far, the Vivian's Grizzly is not very good with. Vivian's Grizzly is actually quite good with Kefnet, because if it's a creature or a planeswalker, you put it in your hand. If it's not, you put it on bottom, which I suppose could bottom your spells for Kefnet, so it's not as good, but it does mean you're more likely to hit with Kefnet, I suppose, in a weird sort of way. But it is a bit. I think we'll take the Dambreaker for proliferate. Here we've got a Death Toucher. We've got the Strix, which is better in Spells Matter, I suppose. Trusted Pegasus. And that's about it. I guess we could run Totally Lost. It's not too bad with Kefnet, but nothing particularly exciting. Kefnet's a fine threat by himself anyway, since he's just a recurring 4/5 flyer. Bit of a sad pack for us. I guess we'll take the Death Toucher and deal with some big boys. Here we've got Gateway Plaza to fix, New Horizons to fix, and put counters on things, and then Price of Betrayal. Price of Betrayal can be pretty decent to get pulled with Kefnet, but we're not in black by the looks of it, so I think we'll take a New Horizons to fix and start the Proliferate train. I like No Escape. It's one of the better counter spells in the set. It doesn't really work with Kefnet, but we don't have to reveal it, so I think we'll take No Escape. Hopefully we'll get some more payoffs for Kefnet in the next pack, but this pack seems a little dry for Kefnet. Here, do we want a Rally of Wings? Can be a nice combat trick, even if you don't have too many flyers, like untapping a Crawl Stinger or something like that could be relevant. If you pull it with Kefnet, I suppose at least you can 1 white, give Kefnet +2/+2, which is not the worst thing in the world. Primordial Worm's just a big beat stick. I think we'll take the Rally of Wings, but we'll stick it in the sideboard for now. Here, what do I like? Strix, not so much. I think we'll take Battlefield Promotion just to get the Proliferate rolling. And I guess we'll have an On the Godpharaoh for the sideboard. And a Crowvod, which we'll put in the sideboard as well. Okie dokie, so this pack we've got Relentless Advance, it's pretty good with Kefnet. Callous Dismissal's pretty good with Kefnet. Bioessence Hydra just comes in as a huge creature, and it's a pretty good huge creature as well. Even with just an Ajani, it comes in as a 9/9 Trampler, which is pretty sweet. You might be able to pick up some of these spells as the pack rolls around, maybe even Pledge of Unity or something like that. So I think we'll pick up the Bioessence Hydra because it's just a great payoff card for having some Planeswalkers. Here we've got Thunderdrake, which is an MVP card of many a draft. Elite Guard Mage, which is pretty good, and we are in Azorius. Well, we're sort of banned right now. Certainly a pretty solid card. Good flyer, gains life, draws cards, does everything you really want it to. Then there's Band Together, which is a good trick for killing things. If you pull this with Kefnet, I suppose that's also pretty legit. But it looks like Kefnet might just be a recurring threat in our deck right now, as opposed to an actual card we build around, which is kind of sad. But we haven't seen too many cards to build around Kefnet with. I think I like the Guard Mage here. Dovin Hand of Control, pretty solid. Aven Eternal, great flyer. Callous Dismissal, good spell for us. We've got a Mana Geo to fix as well, but I think we're mostly on a blue-green deck so far. If we take Aven Eternal, that's kind of fits it as well. Dovin is a nice Planeswalker for the Bioessence Hydra, and he's a decent Planeswalker anyway, so maybe we just pick the Dovin up. Could also take it into Planar Beacon to fix for Ajani, but would want more Planeswalkers before picking this up. So I think we take the Dovin.
It's hard to be a genius surrounded by
Ooh, Teferi the Time Raveler. Now, a lot of people don't like him in draft. I think he's still pretty good. So, yeah, I think we'll pick up Teferi here.
Let's slow this down.
Yep, let's slow this down. Okay, so what do we want here? I guess Fixing's probably a good idea to pick up. Yeah, I think Fixing's a good pickup here. And wouldn't mind having some spells that are worth pulling with Kefnet, so Pond of Flourishing. Pulls permanents, so it can pull our Planeswalkers, or just another threat, also gives us some life. It's not a bad thing to be playing on turn 2. Yeah, let's take a Pond of Flourishing. Okay, we've got the Wanderer, and into Planar Beacon. I think with Ajani and Teferi in the deck, we definitely want into Planar Beacon, just to try and fix for our walkers. So I think that's worth it. Got a Teo. Are we playing some sort of Planeswalker tribe? We could do. Just try, and he does block the board up whilst we search for some of our bigger threats. Spellkeeper Weird. Return instants and sorceries. We don't really have any right now, so I guess a No Escape. But yeah, I think I'll take the Teo here.
It's my duty to protect the vulnerable.
Okay, so we could get a Callous Dismissal or a Relentless Advance. I think I like the Callous Dismissal more, just deals with more things. Another interplanar beacon. Do we want 2 of them? Our other options are pretty weak, so I guess we'll take a second interplanar beacon. 3rd interplanar beacon? No. No, 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 no. I don't think we want 3rd interplanar beacon. Could just take a Skulker. It's a decent blocker, can push some damage later on in the game, especially if you can pump it with other spells or start proliferating on it. So I think we'll take Asher Skulker. Guild Globe, can use it to fix. Do we need more fixing right now? Might be nice to have more fixing for some of our other creatures. It does cycle itself, so it's not terrible. Then there's Transmutation, which deals with big boys, and Gold Eternals. Though I haven't been too impressed by this in the set so far. I think we'll just take the Guild Globe. Here, I guess we'll just pop a Demolish in the sideboard, and Laztep Behemoth. So final pack. Ooh, Liliana, the Dreadhorde General. Ooh. Well, I guess we've got 2 interplanar beacons. It does have to be mana of different colours, but we have got some pretty decent fixing, and Liliana is just such a bomb, I don't think we can pass her up, so I guess we're taking Liliana.
My army will
And Tamio? Oh wow, are we playing like full Super Friends? We play like Bant Super Friends and just splash for some other stuff. I like to have some more creature like base stuff, but fuck it, we'll go. We'll play a Super Friends deck. Do we want a Jaya for Super Friends? Don't think so. I don't think Jaya is particularly that exciting. She does shock stuff, but it's not that exciting. In which case, I guess Ugin's Conjurant's a nice thing that we can curve out. Doesn't matter what mana we've got, so we're not going to get stuffed on mana if we draw Ugin's Conjurant. So yeah, we'll take an Ugin's Conjurant. Parhelion 2, no thanks. Jiang Yangu though, haha. He is a planeswalker that puts counters on things, and he also fixes our colors. So yep.
Cooperation is the path to self-improvement.
There you go. Got Jiang Yangu as well. What do we want from this pack? Law Rune Enforcer is a nice creature to hold the board down whilst we get all our planeswalkers out. So yeah, I think I like a Law Rune Enforcer here. What do we want from this pack? Do we need a Challenger Troll? I think we're just winning off the Planeswalkers and like a giant Bioessence Hydra, so Battlefield Promotion could give us some nice trades in the early game, but that's about it's going 1-for-1 for the most part. Could run a Battlefield Giant or Bulwark Giant to just gain some life, but Ajani's decent life gain, Elite Guard Mage gains life, Centaur Nurturer gains us life, Bond of Flourishing gains us not life, so I think we can stall the game out with the cards we've already got. We could splash and Aid the Fallen just to pull some Planeswalkers back from the bin. It might be worth doing. We're probably going to be running at least 2 Swamps in the deck, just for Liliana, so it might be worth having some stuff, and we've got some decent fixing, so I think Aid the Fallen might be pretty decent. Another Mowu. Mowu's not a bad creature. I mean, a 4-mana 3/3 is nothing exciting, but if you can get some counters on him, he becomes pretty scary. Well, Battlefield Promotion turns him into a 5/5 first striker, which is pretty good. Jiang Yangu can buff him up, the obvious synergy there. New Horizons puts counter on him. We can proliferate with Kyoras. Ajani puts counters on things. Yeah, I think Mowu is probably worth taking out of everything in the pack. Definitely take another Mowu. Here, I think we just want a Snare Spinner just to block the air up, protect the Planeswalkers. Here, do I want Battlefield Promotion number 2, or Casmia's Transmutation number 1, or maybe a Prismite to help fix? Don't really like the Prismite so much. How's our 2-drops looking? Not too spicy for creatures, so it might be worth picking it up just to have another creature on 2. I think I'm fine with that. Here, what would we like? Could have another Aid the Fallen. Could have Vivian's Grizzly. Vivian's Grizzly does find Planeswalkers, so, and it is a 3-drop creature, which we could do with some more of, just to stall the board out. So I think we'll take a Vivian's Grizzly. Here we'll take an Enforcer Griffin for the right endgame, but we might not even run it. Do we want our Arboreal Grazer? could help us ramp into a turn 3 Planeswalker, like a Teo, Jiangyangu, or a Dovin, or a Teferi. Our Boreal Grazer might end up being pretty legit. I mean, we're not attacking very much with a large board of creatures, so I don't think I care about Makeshift Battalion. Strix is a flyer, and it does get buffed off casting Planeswalkers. So maybe we run the Strix. Looks like we're heavy green with a splash of white and blue. But I do need lower cost creatures. But if we're going to be heavier on the green, then Grazer's going to get a bit more of a payoff in that regard. And it can attack once it gets pumped up, so yeah, okay, we'll take the Arboreal Grazer. Here we'll take a sideboard, topple the statue, and we'll put Bulk Giant in the deck, but we're going to need to make some cuts. So let's just dump everything out of the deck. It's interesting we got ourselves a Kefnet, and then we just got loads of Planeswalkers. So, right, so Lily's going in the deck. I think we're actually just going to try Super Friends, see how it goes. Run the Teo, Aid the Fallen. Kefnet's a great flyer just by himself, so I think we take the Kefnet still. Cast Dismissal, Visionary are good, Elite Guard Mage, No Escape, they all seem pretty fine. Lorien Enforcer's a good low drop just to keep the board blocked down. Arboreal Grazer, Snare Spinner, Centaur Nurturer. Do we need the New Horizons to ramp? I mean, if we play both the Mowus, then yes. If we only play one of the Mowus, like we could play one Mowu. How's our 4-drop slot? It's pretty heavy. We haven't got any 3-drop creatures. Might be worth running the Stinger and the Grizzly. Then how are we looking? Do we want Rising Populace? We don't have much to proliferate with, so I don't think I like Rising Populace as much. Guild Globe gives us good fixing. We definitely want to run the Gateway Plaza. Ugin's Conjurant's a great curve, so it doesn't matter what colours we have on the board, we can just play it anyway. So, 2-drop wise, do we run the Guild Globe just to help us curve out and fix colours for Planeswalkers? Because we do have both Ajani, Tamiyo, Teferi. We've also got the Elite Guard Mage and the Bioessence Hydra that might all need fixing via the Guild Globe. I think we take the Guild Globe. This is going to be some sort of janky Super Friends. I think Ajani's probably the biggest payoff for Super Friends because he puts loyalty counters on things. So I think we have Ajani Super Friends. Although we did pull Kefnet, I think he's just going to be a nice recurring flyer for us. You know, there's the odd occasion he hits Aid the Fallen or Cast Dismissal or something. Or yeah, that's about it really. But I think he's just worth it as a 4/5 flyer for 4. He does cost double blue, but I don't think that's too bad. As far as our lands go, we have mostly green and blue. So we've got a focus on green and blue with the Gateway Plaza, 2 beacons, double swamp and 3 plains. I think the double swamp's fine for Lilies and potentially an Aid the Fallen. I don't want to have just one swamp and then for all of our fixing to get kicked out the game and then not be able to play Lily. So I think that's fine. Right, let's try out a Super Friends deck, see how it goes. Fingers crossed, eh? Nice cup of tea and some draft. Let's play first, see if we can get those early Planeswalkers out. It looks like we will. Let's keep this. So we can get a turn 3 Dovin or a turn 3 Teferi depending on what our opponent puts down. Teferi can be nice for dealing with the mass tokens. He's not his +1's never going to come into play really, but he does draw us cards, and our opponent might focus on attacking Teferi if they don't realise that it's not very worth it for them, I suppose. So we'll open with blue. We've got a Gateway Plaza, so we'll drop that down because we don't need to really rush our mana out here. Okay, opponent's got nothing to follow it up, so we will drop the Teferi and just uptick him, so we might get a chance to downtick him twice to get more card advantage. Okay, opponent's got Spellkeeper Weird. We don't really care about Spellkeeper Weird, so we're just gonna uptick Teferi again, and then we'll play a God Eternal Kefnet. Opponent's probably thinking, what the hell? Teferi into Kefnet? This has got to be pretty scary. Might be playing some sort of like spells-based like Bant deck. That probably worries them quite a lot. We can start bouncing any of their threats and drawing cards with it. Dovin can lock down other threats as well. So there's a Thunder Drake, which we can bounce and just keep our opponent off of reveal an island. No, just decline that. I think we're just going to bounce the Drake, draw a card. Centaur Nurturer seems pretty good. Better than the Dovin. We don't really need the Dovin to come out just yet. And I think we'll drop the planes, swing with the Kefnet, get full damage in. Now this forces our opponent to replay the Thunder Drake. It's very unlikely they can double spell for the Drake, so they might just prefer to play an on-curve threat. They might play like an Eternal Skylord or something. Oh, connection lost. Oh, come on. Come on, Magic. My connection's fine. On the plus side, it is our opponent's turn, so if my connection is cutting out... Oh, God. Why is it always my connection cuts out? I get a good draft, then my connection bloody cuts out. That's really irritating, that is. Oh well, I'm sure we'll get back in the game before too much happens. That is a nuisance, though. Oh well, if you're watching the recording, I suppose you can skip forward like 5 minutes, and then we'll get back in eventually. Oh, there we go. Okay, maybe don't skip forward 5 minutes. Okay.
Stand by and watch.
We don't want to reveal Ugin's Conjurant. They haven't killed any of our boards, so let's drop the Dovin. Let's swing with the Kefnet, see if they block. Okay, they're not going to block. Which means we're going to uptick the Teferi. And we're going to downtick Dovin, blocking the Thunder Drake from dealing any real damage. And we'll play the island. I don't think we want to play Ugin's Conjurant this turn. If we've got nothing else to play, I suppose we would drop the Conjurant just as a huge threat. Now our opponent could start investing cards to put counters on Thunder Drake, but then Teferi can just bounce it, so they might have an awkward double spell turn that doesn't really benefit them too much. Okay, there's Ashiok. We haven't actually got anything in the bin yet. Wow, exiles 4 pieces of action, so we might just be drawing a land here. Tameo, which could have got things from our bin, so a Soul Diviner. Okay. Rightio. No, we don't want to reveal that. We're going to just swing with the Kefnet and see what they do. Do we swing at Ashiok? Or do we just race them? I don't want them to be on like a very strong control game plan and then just get the value out of Ashiok. So if they want to trade the Drake for Kefnet, it seems fine to me. Okay, they want to just trade the Drake for Kefnet, which which means I can now just bounce Ashiok and then force him to replay him. Do I like that plan? I think that seems fine. We do get to draw a card as well. Oh, we can't bounce him. Let's bounce the Soul Diviner so they can't draw cards.
Might be a bad idea.
Oh, there's an Ajani. Oh, jeez. I want to get Ugin's Conjurant down because that's going to get us more, or maybe a cool Stinger. Alright, let's just start dumping stuff and see what happens. Drop the Forest. Drop the Ajani.
I will teach you humility if I must.
Let's put counters on everything.
I shall always
And I don't think we need to downtick Dovin, so we'll just end the turn there. Okay, so we lost Forest Island, No Escape, Arboreal Grazer, so nothing too exciting there. Okay, they're dismissing Kefnet. Which is fine. And Soul Diviner comes back out. Alright, that's pretty ridiculous right now. So we're probably going to have the world's largest Bioessence Hydra. I could uptick Teferi just to try to... Yeah, I could uptick Tef. I could uptick Ajani. I think that seems good.
I've got it.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
Now we're going to Bioessence Hydra as a 16-16. Let me just replay the Kefnet. And we're going to swing at Ashiok with our 3-3 Death Touch. He's got Vigilance, so he can block as well. And we will... Dovin will downtick to stop the zombie army. Okay. If you triple block this, you lose all your creatures. Like... What could they return? Okay. I think we don't need to downtick Dovin. You only really want to downtick Dovin if you've actually got a threat that you actually can't block. Right now we've got plenty of blockers. Ashiok is doing some nasty work on our deck, mind you, but I think we're okay for now. And next turn we're swinging for, well, basically lethal damage, especially if our opponent can't get an answer here. Okay, I'm going to draw a card with Soul Diviner. Jiang Yanggu, Teo go in the bin. Okay, opponent's deck seems pretty decent for a blue-black deck. Ashiok's a little, you know, I've had better turns with him. So we could just try and push lots of damage on their face. I think that seems like the best option. So we're gonna Ajani first to give everything a +1/+1 counter, and then Bioessence Hydra goes up to a huge boy. We're gonna just bounce the Amass token.
Don't worry, I got it.
And then we will simply swing with the Bioessence Hydra. Well, we'll swing with everybody and they're basically dead. Unless they have a 1 black instant answer to the Bioessence Hydra. Which I don't think they can. Okay, blocking the Cruel Stinger and conceding. Yep. And conceding is a good line, I'd say. So what do we want against a blue-black deck? I mean, Combat Tricks might be pretty good against them. Callous Dismissal's definitely staying in the deck. Do we want any of these? They don't look to be too fast. Cruel Stinger, I think, isn't going to do a huge deal as a Death Touch creature. But do I want to take out more creatures from my deck? Because then we're looking very light on creatures. In fact, we're looking at we've still got 11 creatures, but we've got some like 4 and 5 cost ones, which yeah, we still need plenty of early game creatures. But would Battlefield Promotion pay off a bit more than the Death Touch? Kind of fills the same role, just and they have got Callous Dismissal, but I suppose Callous Dismissal is going to stop the Death Touch getting a trade or the Battlefield Promotion getting a trade. Just this has more downside if they Callous Dismissal. I think we'll take the Battlefield Promotion. I think that seems fine. Okay, opponent gets to pick who goes first. I should think against a deck with so many Planeswalkers, they'll want to go first, and they do. Hand, we've got an extra draw, so if we draw mana, we're good. Because we can play Vivian's Grizzly if we draw any mana at all. If we don't draw any mana, we feel kind of bad. Okay, they've got a turn 2 play. It looked like they did have a turn 2 play, they just didn't do it. So they might have a creature, might be holding up No Escape. Okay, we're going to have to discard the hand size here. I think we just discard the Battlefield Promotion, to be honest. We haven't got any creatures in play, so... Jace? Okay, so it looks like they are playing Mill. That's pretty interesting. They're going to mill us, not themselves. Okay, so they're just trying to get the card advantage out of it. Now, I could hold up No Escape for a Ashiok if they're going to play that. But I like the Vivian's Grizzly just to put pressure on Jace and kind of force him to play a creature here. I think at this point we want to just play creatures and just put pressure on Jace. There's Ashiok, okay. So they are going to mill us for 6 every turn, which is pretty ouch. And we're not going to be able to get rid of Jace very easily. Okay, and they're going to Vivian's Grizzly's going to become a 1/1. That's pretty harsh. We're going to just play the Mowu, just get as much power on the board as we can. And we're going to hit the Ashiok because he can only downtick. But and also, you know, if Jace mills us, at least Tamiyo can bring the stuff back. Spark double? Oh god, yeah, I think we're just done here. Yeah, so we're getting milled for like 8 a turn, like 10 a turn. I think we probably just concede here, right? Because they're going to hit us for 10 again, and they have a blocker as well. So the best we can do is Jiang Yang Gu, putting a counter on Mowu, which then tramples through the Soul Diviner.
Come on, Mowu. Time to have your day. Teamwork is strength.
Okay, the best thing we can do is kill this Ashiok, regardless of how they block, and we still get milled for 6, so I think we're out. Wow, what an opener. Okay, so we need to have as many early creatures as we can. I didn't realise that they're going to mill us that fast, like, jeez. Okay, so we want the Cruel Stingers coming back in. Law Reinforcer we don't care about, we just want creatures that actually put pressure on our opponent. I don't think we need the Snare Spinner. We just want bigger creatures. Even stuff like the Flyers is also a good thing, but we need to get the mana up to play the Flyers. Prismite is a 2/1, so it's still... no, they've got enough early blockers. Let's put the Flyers in. Flyer and the can't be blocked. I think another Mowu is probably a good idea too. And we'll take out Aid the Fallen, since they're basically exiling our graveyard all the time. Or they're probably going to exile our graveyard pretty quickly. So we're just putting in some of our bigger boys. We could run the Dam Breaker as well, but I think flyers are our main out against those planeswalkers. Ramping into them might be a good idea. What would we take out? Maybe the Visionary. Battlefield promotion seems a little weak. Maybe Teo. Do we care about Teo? I don't think so. Let's take Teo out and stick in the New Horizons. Try ramp us into a bigger. Maybe we don't even need Dovin either. Do we need Teferi and Dovin? I don't think we need Teferi and Dovin either. We need pressure. We just need as much pressure as we can get. So I guess Rising Populace and Bond of Flourishing helps us pull some creatures. Yeah, I think we have to go with this. It's a lot of sideboarding. I didn't realize they were going to have a Jace Ashiok Spark double. I mean, yeah, that was probably the best hand they could probably hope to get, but let's play first. Don't like this hand. If we draw one more land, we're good. If we don't draw any land, we're really sad. I think we'll keep it. Okay, opponent mulls, which is good for us. I think I might just drop the Ugin's Conjurant as 2/2 if things look sour. So if we don't draw land here, we'll probably just drop Ugin's Conjurant as 2/2. Because I'd rather have a creature in play than no creature. But come on, land. That's not a land. It's not even a card we can play. Oh god. We might just see Ashiok come down here. And they don't have many options for creatures with just 3 blue, so... Oh, Bond of Flourishing's great. So we can find land. Because we need land more than anything. Just swing for a 2 again. Okay, so now we can get Jiang Yangu down, and we can start ramping. Alright, Thunder Drake is slightly irritating. If we New Horizons the Swamp, it's our least useful land, I suppose. Put a counter on Ugin's Conjurant, go face for 3. Okay. Gleaming Overseer, Amass 1, Menace and Hexproof. Okay, they can't double spell, that's good for us. Do we just Mowu? Well, there's no point putting Planeswalkers down because the Drake will just block us, I guess. Could also just hold up No Escape and Battlefield Promotion. But I think I like the Mowu because then if we do get Battlefield Promotion, then we get some good value out of that. So now that our opponent's got creatures on the board, we might be seeing Ashiok or Jace come out here. Or just maybe just a Relentless Advance. Just put... Hey, there's Ashiok. And a second Kaya's Ghost form. Okay. So they're going to mill us regardless of what we try and do.
My dreams dissipate like smoke.
Okay, so we could drop the Vivian's Grizzly here, or we could swing with Mowu at their face because I think we just want to push face damage, to be honest. So if we swing at face with Mowu, and then I could even drop Jiang Yangu first, and then still hold up Battlefield Promotion. Are they going to bother blocking a 5/5? Maybe not. Okay, I've got a plan. We're going to drop Jiang. Because I don't care if Jiang dies to the Thunder Drake.
You look like a worthy opponent. I will help you through this.
We're going to go to combat. We're going to swing with both at their face and see what they block. If they block Ugin's Conjurant, we just get a free kill on the Drake. Because we're just going to ignore Ashiok. They've got Kaya's Ghost form, like, Battlefield Promotion the Conjurant. So we get a free trade on the Drake, and we go face for 5 and still have a blocker. So that's really good for us. So our opponent has to go on defense now. And they can't really afford to protect Ashiok with their creatures. But we can just push face damage for the most part. Okay, so the Ugin's Conjurant dies, but they've only got blue mana, so they might not have any good plays here. And we've still got 5 turns before Ashiok kills us, really. Tamio's a bit dead in this matchup as well. A lot of our Planeswalkers actually are pretty dead to Ashiok, which is kind of scary. But this is good information as we move into other games. Bond of Insight, okay. What spells is he returning? Chaos Dismissal to deal with Mowu? Okay, well you haven't got any more mana to play, so if I can put enough counters on Mowu, you just... Oh, there's a Biowesseled Hydra. Well, that's certainly something we want to play. Put a counter on Mowu and just go face for 7. So they can only Chaos Dismissal one thing, right? And eventually my big trample creatures are going to go through, and if he doesn't deal with the Hydra, then Tamio's going to come down and put 5 counters on this thing, so he can Price of Betrayal one of them, and then and then Chaos Dismissal the other, but he's looking a little light on options here. He can kill Jiang Yangu, but he has to tap out his army to do it, which means he's got 1 less blocker. Oh, there's Ob Nixilis. So he can kill both my blockers now. Okay. I'm going to take some damage. God damn, his mill is pretty strong here. Chaos Dismissal. Okay, just let that happen. So, Ashiok mills us for 4. Right, we draw a card. I think we might actually just be dead here. If we play a creature, Ob Nixilis kills it, we draw and then we die. Right, because Ob Nixilis will down tick, we draw 2 cards. Ashiok will down tick, we mill 4, we lose. So we can't actually play a creature, but if we don't play a creature we can't kill them. So do we just lose? Are we actually going to just lose the mill here? We might do. We might very well just lose here. So we have to have, even 2 creatures, we need haste, basically. We don't have haste, so we just lose. Guess we just got milled out. Wow, I've haven't lost to mill a single time in this set yet. I think we're just, I don't know. I'm not really sure how you build mill in this format, but I guess that's how you do it. But I've played Dirtly decks with Ashiok before, and it's never felt that good. I never won through milling an opponent out, even though I did down tick Ashiok like 3-4 times, like they have. It just didn't work. Okay. Opponent goes first. This hand is a little lacking on stuff, but that's fine because we'll draw stuff. I'm certain of it. Yeah, see, like we'll draw Teferi. It's fine. We got Tamio as well to recurse like useful stuff from the bin. So we could crack the globe now and just play Teferi, but they're probably gonna like no escape or something. Okay. So I think what we want to do, we could just drop Dovin and see if they no escape Dovin. If they do, we can just Tamio and bring Dovin back if we need to. Oh no, it exiles them, derp, because there's no escape. Flux Channeler? That's something I would like to get rid of. Let's drop Centaur Nurturer. Fix our mana a bit. Give us a blocker against the Channeler. So they're just in blue right now. And apparently nothing else. So we can drop a Forest and play a Mowu. And they don't have another counter, so we're just going to swing face for 2. Okay, they take 2. Now we can drop the Gateway Plaza, get a Kefnet out. Looks like they're playing blue-green Proliferate. They just missed their green mana, so they're a bit off curve now. Marlin's Wolf. It's a little weak. Drop the Gateway Plaza, tapping the Forest. Play a Tamio.
Every story is an opportunity for new data.
Swing with Mowu. Okay, they take the trade, and then I just bring it back. They take the trade. They do take the trade. Okay, go through for 1. Down tick Tamio, return Mowu.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
So Tamio basically just allowed us to just free trade, get some damage in. Which is fine, like it's not the best use of Tamio, but to be honest I don't really want to be milling myself very hard. Not after that last game. I'm going to have PTSD from that last game. Every time I see an Ashiok I'm going to assume I'm going to lose. But yeah, I've seen Ashiok play quite a few times, and it's never been that much of a problem, but I suppose against our deck, which is a very Planeswalker-centric and not very creature-heavy, that actually does cause a big problem to us. Okay, so they don't have any other plays, wow. Okay, well we're going to drop the Interplanar Beacon. We're going to tap this for white and blue. I'm going to tap the black, play Teferi. Okay, we're gonna bounce the Flux Channeler.
I'll protect you.
There's Vivian's Grizzly. We're just gonna drop the Mowu. And we're going to uptick Tamio and search for Liliana the Dreadhorde General. Okay, couldn't find Lily. That's fine. Swing with... No, we won't swing actually. I'd rather just protect my Planeswalkers. So Tamio can pull back the Bioessence Hydra, which is pretty legit. She could also just uptick to try find Liliana again. Courage and Crisis, okay. I will happily double trade for this Flux Channeler if you want. So Flux Channeler goes off first, then the spell goes off, and they get 2 4/4s. So they're gonna swing with the Pollenbriar Druid, because I will take that trade. I will take that trade. And then, do I want to pull one of these things back? Possibly. If they swing it like Teferi, I'll probably just let it go through, because I don't really care about Teferi right now. Okay, we're going to drop the island. We're going to play Kefnet. And I'm going to play Vivian's Grizzly. And we will uptick Teferi. And we will uptick Tamio, searching for Liliana the Dreadhorde General. Okay, no Liliana. It's fine. No attacks. We haven't hit Ajani or Liliana or Teo or... So we've got a lot of Planeswalkers in there still. Jiang Yangu. Okay, they proliferate.
It's a doggy-filling world out there.
See, the great thing is, if they swing... Okay, they're going to proliferate a lot here. But if they swing, I can just block with Kefnet, because Kefnet just gets shuffled 3 cards under, and then Tamio can just find Kefnet. So if they swing, I probably will just block. Then again, I can just get Teferi to bounce one of them. Okay, they're going to go at Tamio. I will take this trade. Just put all my creatures under it. And we'll see which ones they want to trade for. Probably Mowu and Kefnet. Yep, we'll take that. Okay, there's a Teo. Teo helps us just block this down forever. Teferi's going to uptick. Tamio's going to search for Kefnet.
I know I noted this somewhere.
So drop Kefnet. Drop the Teo. Game on life. create a wall.
Be at this.
No attacks. So we are looking low on cards. So we do actually need to close the game out. Maybe the deck lacks a way to close the game out. Oh, well, maybe our opponent doesn't realise that. No, the way we close the game out really is get our Planeswalkers down, then Ajani just starts gaining super value, and then the Bioessence Hydra, or just some of our flyers, close the game out pretty quickly. So what do we want against a Proliferate deck? Well, we definitely want the Death Touch. Law Reinforcer seems pretty good. Don't think the Grazer's going to do very much. I don't think Snare Spinner will either. So I think we'll take those two out. And I think we'll take our Flyer. And I think we either want to take the Skulker or Downbreaker. I think maybe the Skulker. So we can push damage on like Jiang Yang Gu. Do we want to take anything else out? Vivian's Grizzly seems like it might be a little weak. Yeah, take out Vivian's Grizzly and pop in either another Mowu or New Horizons. I think another Mowu seems fine. Maybe Mowu or New Horizons. Good question. I think we'll put in the New Horizons. We'll try that out. Okay, opponent goes first. Not really a surprise. So we can get Ajani out. We should be able to draw some more land. Getting the Gateway Plaza is nice early on, so our opponent might not have a good curve play. There's a Liliana. Let's see if our opponent's got turn 2. A Skythit Strix, that's pretty irritating. Can we draw land? Because that would be perfect. Land, please. Land. Opponent just concedes. I guess they got stuck on 2 mana. Why would you concede? Like, they don't even know what my hand is. Like, wow. Okay, well, free win for us. We'll take it. Because I probably should have mulliganed that. I think we need to start with at least 3 lands, because 2 lands is just really greedy. On the draw, it's not so bad, but yeah, it's still pretty greedy. Okay, we'll play first with our plethora of Planeswalkers. This seems fine because we've got the beacon, so we can play any of our Planeswalkers we find. And we do get the No Escape. So I guess we'll just we'll open with Island, but yeah, I suppose it doesn't really matter. There's a Teo, pretty decent. So Teo's going to hold the board down whilst we look for our other Planeswalkers. Opponent's playing black-green Proliferate. They might be playing black-green-blue or black-green Splash for bombs. Visionary's pretty good, but I think I like the... Do I like Teo or Visionary? I could just hold up No Escape, but that seems a little... let's play the Visionary. Teo might just encourage them to proliferate on the Druid like really hard, and then they just kill the walls. Toll the Invasion. Okay, so they're either gonna take Teo or No Escape. Maybe they take the Nurturer, but Nurturer we can't cast, so probably take the No Escape to just protect whatever they've got in hand. They're proliferating. If they start proliferating though, with an Amass token in play, that could get pretty scary. Okay, they're going to take the Death Stinger. Okay, or Cruel Stinger. Right. I think we play the Nurturer here, just so we ramp up, make sure we can fix for other Planeswalkers that we pull. No attacks. This is also a decent blocker if they do start proliferating. Evolution Stage. Okay, it's pretty scary. Have they got a land drop to make? Yeah, they do. Okay, so they're playing Sultai. Sultai Proliferate is pretty decent. Gives them more access to Amass. I think here we drop the Snare Spinner and hold up the No Escape, which they know we've got, but we'll hold it up anyway. So we will pass the turn. We are also passing the turn, but we might be disconnecting as well. Yeah, looks like we might be disconnecting here. God damn, what's with the connection today? Come on, MTGA, what are you doing? Quick reconnect, maybe? 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 Well, soon enough we will be having a, the BO1 is going to be introduced to the set. We'll get War of the Spark Best of 1 draft, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. I've got so much gold to sink into the Best of 1 draft, and to be honest, I find myself like not needing to sideboard very much. Like, I might sideboard in 1 or 2 cards, but for the most part I don't think I really need to sideboard a great deal, which means that the BO1 draft should be pretty straightforward. Like, you draft more or less the same kind of deck, and yeah, the sideboard cards like Topple the Statue do go down in value and you probably won't play them, but I find I generally don't want to play them anyway. A lot of the time there's just not any valuable artifacts to no attacks and end turn. Okay, so we just hold up no escape for our opponent, see what they try and do. Okay, opponent proliferates. Firemind's Vessel, okay, that's a bit odd. They're ramping up real hard. Pass to attackers, they're not attacking. Okay, we're going to tap the Visionary. Teo does very little here. He does almost nothing because their creatures are just too big. Liliana, on the other hand, does some pretty bonkers stuff. For example, draws us loads of cards. So yeah, let's drop the Lily. Now, if we sack 2 creatures, we're basically sacking the Nurturer and the Visionary, I guess, but I think just creating a zombie is fine. And then no attacks. I'm quite happy to sack all my creatures to his board. And then once he's cut through my board by attacking ruthlessly to try and get rid of Liliana, on the God Pharaoh, trying to draw a removal for Lily, I guess. So they're playing like full 5 color, like with Firemind's Vessel. This could be very interesting. Oh, they've got Spark Harvest. Oh, that feels real bad, that does. Well, if we find Aid the Fallen, we can get Lily back. Do we block this? I don't think we do. I think we just take 10. Well, they didn't play any creatures, so... Oh, Tamio. Oh, well, that gets back Lily. That's pretty good. Gain 1 life. Pull Lily back from the bin. Seems good. And pass turn. Now, if they aim for Tamio, I'll just let it go through. So they got more land to play for the Evo Sage, or what? Because they've got a load of mana now, so... New Horizons? Yeah, that doesn't really do very much. We can't tap for the no escape, so I might end up tapping the Visionary to ditch Vivian's Grizzly. That might end up being something we do. Opponent plays even more land, so they haven't really got much gas on board, aside from just proliferating all these guys up. And last card is Wanderer's Strike. Okay. Well, we're going to tap this for blue. Oh, do we Visionary? If we Visionary, we've only got 2 blockers, we're going to take a crap ton of damage. No, I don't think we do. Okay, resolve. And that means we can't play Liliana because we haven't got the land to do so. Everything's going face. Guess we block here and here. And just take 6. Ajani. Does Ajani do anything? I'm not sure he does. What does something? I guess Bioessence Hydra does?
Let me aid your research.
Okay, Dovin would have done something pretty nice there. I guess we drop Vivian's Grizzly and we just Erratic Visionary in response to them attacking and hope they didn't draw anything too good. Okay, well we'll just block the 7 power guys. And we'll draw a card, discard a card. I guess discarding the Lily makes a lot of sense. But then again, we could sack their creatures out, so I guess we just drop the no escape, since we're going to not have a chance to play that anyway. What can Tamiyo do here? What can Tamiyo actually do here? Not very much at this point. What do we care about pulling from the grave? I guess Cruel Stinger trades a creature. That's about it. Do we survive if we play Cruel Stinger? I don't think so. We don't really survive. Yeah, we don't survive if we play anything, so we just concede. Wow, what a proliferate train they got going. I don't know how we deal with that really. Oh, I can't believe they just pulled for the Lily. Just perfect. Yeah, like Honor the Godfarer off of Firemind's Vessel. That was a bit cheese, to be honest. Like, that was a little cheese. Right, so they're going to proliferate a crap ton. Lord Enforce is good. Grazer's going to do absolutely nothing. Visionary helps us sort stuff out. Snare Spinner does absolutely nothing. Teo is probably not going to do anything either, so get rid of Teo. Jang helps us fix. Stinger's good. Grizzly, probably helpful. Tef can bounce stuff. Aside from that, what do we want? We need something that is able to trade with their creatures once they start proliferating up into huge boys. I think New Horizons seems good to fix. I think Lily's going to be really important in this game. I think Bond of Flourishing is going to be nice to find answers to them proliferating a shit ton, and probably Rising Populace, because at least then we're growing a creature in response to them growing a creature. This does do a lot better with things like Teo, but I could drop something for Teo, to be honest. Maybe we don't want Bond of Flourishing, but I'm not too enamored by playing Teo against this board. It seems a little weak. So, and like nothing we play is going to be big enough to deal with those huge proliferated creatures. Evo Sage, once it gets rolling, is just really hard to beat, because their board is almost guaranteed to proliferate every single turn. So, yeah. Oh, this seems good though. This seems absolutely fine. So, drop the island. Do we want to get the Guild Globe out for the draw? Might be relevant. But I think we want the Gateway Plaza, just so we've got the extra. And if they play a 2-drop, I'm not too scared by whatever 2-drops they've got. Like, Hollenbright Druid's fine. I'd rather hold up No Escape for... Oh, I could just play the Teferi. That seems pretty good. Let's play Teferi and just bounce the Druid. That's the power of Teferi. Just 3 mana, bounce a creature, draw a card. And if you say 3 mana, bounce a creature, draw a card, is that good? Yes, it was in Allegiances. It was a good card. Here we'll just drop the Blains.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
We will drop the Guild Globe. We will uptick Teferi. And we can flash in the Chaos Dismissal. So that's pretty good. We will drop the island, as we can play the forest and then we have all of our mana fixed. So if they drop a creature here, we probably will just Chaos Dismissal it, because it lets us get a kill on Davriel. If they drop anything, they might just hold up No Escape and just try and tear our hand apart for the most part. Okay, looks like they haven't got anything else, so we're just going to Chaos Dismissal the Druid. Create a 1/1. Okay, Teferi getting value there. Teferi's going to uptick again. I'm going to swing in and kill Davriel and hold up No Escape. So it looks like we're in a good spot here. Just need to draw some more action, which hopefully Tef can help us do. We've drawn through a fair amount of lands right now, so that's also a plus. Shouldn't be drawing too many more lands. Rising Populace could be really handy here. Yeah, we'll let them resolve that, it's fine. They only have 1 green, so they might be a bit starved for green mana. Spark Reaper, yeah, no thanks. No card advantage for you, my friend. Dovin? Yeah, Dovin seems alright. We want Dovin in case their creatures get too big. So I guess we keep him. And Tef can just uptick and then bounce stuff.
I'll protect you.
And we'll drop the Dovin anyway.
It's hard to be a genius surrounded by
Yeah, let's just lock them down. Let's just lock them down.
contrasts. I'm excellent, and you're, well, not.
If they want to start proliferating on the Druid, it's just going to get bounced by Teferi anyway, so they're kind of like digging for answers to my Planeswalkers at this point. And if they start killing the Planeswalkers off, Rising Populace is just going to get bigger, so we can start matching their proliferation. But basically I want to use every time I get Teferi up to 4 loyalty, I want to use his down tick, because the card advantage is really nice. Whereas if I leave him on 4 and try and uptick him even more, then he could just get removed. We know they run Spark Harvest. So they're going to drop a Mountain and a Jiangyangu. Jiangyangu's going to put another counter on Pollen Bright Druid, and we're going to bounce it, and then we're just going to kill Jiangyangu. So yeah, so we just bounce this. And opponent concedes. Okay. I don't know why they were like... If they were in the mindset that I'm going to concede if Teferi bounces my creature, and then they play right into Teferi bouncing their creature, that seems a little odd, but sure. I guess. Okay, opponent's going to get to go first, which could be real bad for us. Oh, they mull immediately, so they probably only had a 1-lander, or no lander. Opponent scries top, so they've probably got a decent draw. We also have a decent draw. We've got Bioessence Hydra and Teferi in our hand, which is really good. We won't reveal the Teferi just yet. We're going to try drop some of our other creatures first, and then probably drop Bioessence Hydra and then Teferi on top of it, as opposed to Teferi first, then Bioessence Hydra to follow. New Horizons with no targets is pretty good for us. We'll open with the Cruel Stinger, because it might encourage them to play removal if they're going to try proliferate a large creature. We'll drop the Vivian's Grizzly after that. Oh, Kasmina. Okay.
So every day is a new lesson.
Okay, Kasmina's interesting. Alright, we get a Mowu out. Mowu's pretty decent. Pass. If they can start proliferating on Kasmina, we're going to feel real bad, but...
Hone your control.
Okay, they drop Erratic Visionary. I suppose they don't need a Erratic Visionary if they've got Kasmina. Okay, they're going to pump up one of the wizards. They're going to swing. No, okay. Right, so they're holding up 3 mana for no escape, I assume. So what we'll do is we'll drop the Vivian's Grizzly. Okay, they haven't got no escape. We're gonna... Do we swing the Stinger at Kasmina? I don't think so. I think we just no attacks. So they've got a lot of mana up now, but can they use it is the question. Arlen, Voice of the Pack. Okay, they can use it. They can make an Arlen. So the best thing we can do in response is play Bioessence Hydra. So if we play Bioessence Hydra and then try and drop Planeswalkers behind it, that seems like our best option. So no attacks. So we're going to just try and drop Planeswalkers on top of Bioessence Hydra. We can drop Tamiyo and Teferi, and this turns into a huge beast and just absolutely wipes Arlen off the face of the earth. Toll the Invasion, okay. They're going to take Teferi or Tamio. Because if they take Teferi, then Tamio just pulls Teferi back, and then I play Teferi. So that was actually an incorrect play. Unless they now have a counter spell or something to deal with Bioessence Hydra. They got banned together? Please don't have banned together. Spark Harvest, sacrificing that, okay. Alright, that feels bad. So Tamio could bring back the Bioessence Hydra. What does that really do for us? Not a huge deal. Let's play the Guild Globe first. See what we draw. New Horizon. Okay, we can make Mowu a big boy. If we make Mowu a big boy, what does that achieve? Not a huge deal. Right, let's pull the Bioessence Hydra back. No attacks. If they swing everything at Tamio, I'll probably just selectively block a few creatures. And Wrath, okay. So opponents also got a lot of Planeswalkers. And now all their creatures have got Menace, so they can kind of do what they want. Everything's going to go at Tamio, or they're going to send some stuff at face? One at Tamio, which doesn't give me any good blocks. A 2 at Tamio. Do I block one of the wolves? Their creatures are basically permanently going to have Menace, so I think we do block one of the wolves. So they'll take the Cruel Singer out here. Yep.
More data will be needed.
Create another wolf. Yep. Now, as long as they can't proliferate on this, we're okay. If they can start proliferating on this, we're going to be real sad. I think we're going to play the Rising Populace. And I'm going to drop New Horizons on the... one of the islands, I think. Boosting Mowu. And do we want to swing with Mowu? Mowu just trades for these two, so no attacks. This is pretty scary, to be honest.
The only prize I desire is
Because of the Menace. Oh, great. Actually, that doesn't matter too much. That matters, because now they can just swing for 4 every turn. Without, oh god, that's not good. That's a pretty awesome combo they got right there. So we need a creature that's big enough to block. I.e. Bioessence Hydra. Do they swing if we play Bioessence Hydra? They probably are still going to swing. So do we just Vivian's Grizzly and Centaur Nurturer? That's probably a better play. Gain some life. Okay, so that goes on bottom. So we're going to just try leverage card advantage with Vivian's Grizzly, and hopefully they can't pull Proliferate. Challenger Troll, we can't block because it's got Menace, so Angrath's just beating us to death here. God, Angrath and Big Boys, are it's just such a ridiculous combo. However, we do have Bioessence Hydra and Dovin, which is pretty sweet. This can tap for 2. I don't need to tap the Centaur Nurturer, thank you very much. So Bioessence Hydra turns into a huge boy.
Your loss will either be a tragedy or
And we will tap down the Troll.
acute awareness of your imperfections is maddening.
If I swing everything at Angrath, nothing really happens. Actually, if I swing Mowu at Angrath, he at least has to block it with 2 of his 3/3s, but that doesn't really achieve much either. Are we dead if he swings everything? So we can block. So he goes in for 4, we go down to 7, so we have to block at least 2 of his creatures. Yeah, we should be okay. We should be okay if we no attacks here. He has to basically pressure us with everything. Okay, they're just going to swing with the 4/4. Kill Dovin, yep.
These results are an anomaly not to be repeated.
Fighting here is more fun than
Invading Manticore. So they've got us on lockdown now, and there's nothing we can do about these Planeswalkers. Let's try draw something. No. Wow, I think this is going to be our second loss. We're not going to get any wins. I mean, we have to try and go for Angrath, else we can't block anything. So we've got to kill Angrath. Do we just send the Bioessence Hydra? If we just send the Bioessence Hydra, do we die? I think we do, because he just blocks it with 3 creatures. Angrath doesn't die. If we send Mowu, he has to block with even more creatures. That's really our best bet, and he's probably still gonna block it with everything. He can just block with the Death Touches. No, okay, he is actually committing everything. Okay, and then we just die. Because we can't block these 6/6 and the troll, so we just die. Wow, what a Challenger Troll Angrath is such bullshit. It doesn't come around very often, but goddamn, when it does, you lose your draft pretty hard. So unfortunately, Ajani Superfriends only gets 2 wins. We lost 1 game against Mill, 1 game against Angrath Challenger Troll. So we lost 2 games. We lost 2 of our sets to pretty like niche combos that if they are allowed to stick around, they can do some crazy stuff, and they did. So, and we didn't really pull Liliana at all, but hey ho. I got a Liliana for my collection, so that's at least something. Anyway, we'll open our packs, and we got, oh, my final copy of Bolus's Citadel. Fair enough. I've actually got Bolus's Citadel I've been playing, Citadel deck I've been playing, and it's pretty good. I think a lot of people are struggling to figure out how you use this card, and yeah, I've got a deck that works very nicely with it, but maybe I'll show that off on stream at some point. Anyway, that's the end of the draft, so that's the end of the video. As always, guys, it's been me, Chaff Commander Coffee. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Until next time, goodbye.